Yeah. Drip all big splash, baby, you can see it. Yeah. Strong. I run the way. Myself aboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm cooking full on repeat. I run away. Myself aboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm cooking full on repeat. Full on repeat, gotta count up and I've been down. Picture going about 100 miles. Battery room can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always on go, taking me to pin town. P.O. said slow down, so I call the wave and I skip town. 16 was on underage, there's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said 2 wide, no 10 times. I need like a man, even if your eyes don't dare to. Touchdown like I had a 6 with a shimmy, nigga, that's a punk move. Don't be worried about what straw do. Do you and I'm a do I. 34 got a paint job with a clip coat and some fall back. The girlfriend needed to the beat, I was fresh meat, no big fat. Give me win and Beyonce, put a ring on it in the lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee, but I'm shoot 3. Put sweat in it to the green. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins and a bell tip. Open up, let me splash in, brother. I'm a fuck aboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm full on repeat. I ride away. I'm a fuck aboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm full on repeat. Second round of the fight, something ain't right. I gotta do my work. You walking through the air, no night flight. There was some people. Got one life to live, and I put 15 on all. Hit the ground, running rabbit, that's the Usain Bolt. Throw like 2 finger signs so far, I can't be taught. 9 is crunch time, and I send it home like a walk-off. AMG on steroids, get the flex muscle with a nightmare. Coming full force, no one, just know I don't fight fair. No flight, no flight fair. Hot rounds out of hot barrel. Put the mic in the headlock until them tap there. Short LCPR. What the hell ain't he me for? Took him to the water, get him up. Time for you a lifeguard. I'm a whole damn lifeguard. Been there, swim with shark. Might show me it was hard. Get skatebooks and I count cards. Play my hand for the W. Time told me about who is who. They be on this, who is who. I'm on the surfboard. I'm coming through. Stroud.
Check 1, check 2, check 3. This is Hood Talk, and it's your boy Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Bella, ready to get the show started. So talk to us.
Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday to you. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube and Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. If you want to send him some love, there's the information that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. One other thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. So we're here trying to get this show's topic started. We want to know, what is going on in LA? Let's talk about it. And who is really the problem? Who's starting these conflict of errors in LA? Tell us about it, Mr. Know-It-All. What is really going on?
Well, if you really want to know what's really going on, they getting illegals up at the country. Okay. No, it was a play. I found out it was a play. It's a big conspiracy to make everything blue. To make the Republicans control everything. They was importing illegals, trying to make them Democrats and all that. And that's how Elon Musk jumped on this side, because we don't realize one thing as a people. If we don't realize what's happening to it, you know how we run around here like, I don't care. I don't give it about nothing but my kids. But then you look in your city and you realize that, damn, it used to be a little section of Mexicans here, a lot of blacks, a lot of whites. Now there's a whole lot of Mexicans and little blacks, little whites. And you see the Mexicans kind of working on everything, doing everything. Every time somebody want their roofing, they working on buildings. You think they just getting the bullshit jobs, but they getting the good jobs too. They working on light poles, digging up ditches and all kind of big machinery. You used to see them in their little bitty trucks. Now they running around and big doolies running around here making good money and everything. And a lot of money that blacks used to get a hold of, because see, I'm gonna go a little deeper, because we can go deep into like the dope game. And when I say the dope game, okay, everything used to stop at the border. And then the Mexicans control everything on the other side of the border. They used to stop in the border, and then it came over to black people and came over to white people, and white people distributed their white friends this and that, black people distributed that. And now none of the dope boys and none of these dudes making none of that money. They getting cut out. They getting cut out the dope game. They getting cut out of all these kind of extra money that, men back in the day used to make a little extra money, be able to give women, oh, here go $20, baby, just because you're beautiful, just because this. And now all that old easy money gone. And see, why we rooting for the Mexicans ain't giving y'all no goddamn money. When the last time a Mexican walked up to you, honey, and said, baby, here go $20, here go $40. You know what they doing? They getting all that money. They sending it to Mexico. They send it to their family in Mexico. And then we sitting up here talking about, oh yeah, we the American dream. We ain't living the American dream because people coming over here getting our money, getting our roofing money, getting our money, all kind of money, and they taking their money and they giving it to their family, and they trying to make their stuff good and everything. But at the same time, we sitting over here starving, and we care more about a motherfucker that don't give two shits about us. Or we go to the goddamn nail shop and holler at Kunwa, Xing Shang, and all these motherfuckers, and we give them all their goddamn money. How much money they ever spent with you? How many times they ever got you to do their hair? Or spend some money in your pocket just like you spend money in there? When you look at everybody who come take from the black people, how many times do you actually get any of their money? Once you put it in their hand, have you ever had anybody, Iranian, anybody buy some shit from you? See, people don't even look at that. We sitting up here, we done got so caught up in the internet and trying to make money like a gamer or a streamer, and got our goddamn kids living these dumbass expectations, trying to be streamers and gamers and trying to make a living online and all kind of goddamn dumb shit. But we ain't got none of them working with their fucking hands or nothing no more. We act like we don't care. Men can't work like women. Women, the ones that used to working with their hand, are working and typing on the computers and doing all kind of stuff. Men got to get out here and learn hand skills. Got to get out here around men and learn real skills. And see, we steady running. And then let me tell you something. When you go back and you look at your kids and all this shit you call yourself promising your kids what they were gonna do in college and all these scams that they put out here, the average worker that really make money around here got it out the mud, got it out their hand. These dudes, they got big lawn service, big concrete service, roofing companies, housing, construction companies. But we up there trying to get our kids. Oh, you might break a nail. Oh, you might goddamn hurt yourself. Oh, you might trip and fall down. Man, that's being a fucking man. You fall down. We used to have commercials. You fall down 7, you get up 8, goddamn it. It was Dwayne Wayne commercial. And now he falling down and he got them on the other side and all kind of shit. He got them in representing some more stuff. I ain't going to get into that, but you understand what I'm saying in so many words. that this stuff go way down deeper than the rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
you understand that part of this whole deal. We sit up here looking on the outside. We're looking on the outside what it look like. Oh, look at them polar Mexicans. Oh, you know why they goddamn country tore the fuck up? The same shit they doing right now in our goddamn country. Why they ain't fixing up their country? They know how to build every goddamn thing. Why they ain't building up their country? Because they can't get along in that. And then they coming over here finna fuck up your goddamn country. Because everybody had shit okay. Now, you're gonna let them come over here, fuck up your shit, fuck up your system. They already done invaded the goddamn what you call it, the free food, what you call it, the all the free benefits they get, welfare system and all that. They already done came over here, hijacked the whole benefit, everything that's meant for Americans to get out of our taxpayer money. They getting put in goddamn 5-star hotels, all this kind of shit. We've been watching this shit in New York. They putting them in 5-star hotels. All this giving them $2,000-$3,000 a day to spend on food and all kind of stuff. And they crunching us, talking about you can't have but $600-$700 worth of food stamp for a whole month. And they giving them goddamn $3,000 and $4,000-$5,000 a month to live on. Come on, man. You don't see the play? They sit up here trying to push you out, and you don't even see the play. That's the problem. We got to start seeing the play, what's really going on. We so stuck in, oh, we got all these sweethearts and all that old shit, but we don't never stand up for it. How many motherfuckers we stood up in front of the jail trying to get our people out of jail? How many times we did this shit? They in front of the goddamn jailhouse talking about let our people out. I don't care they criminals, that them, they ain't did nothing, goddamn, let them out. We want all of them back and all this stuff. Ready to burn down the whole town. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We ready to burn down towns over dope fiends. Rodney King and goddamn it, what's the other dude's name?
George Floyd.
George Floyd. Dope fiends. That's what we going to war for. Dope fiends. Not even my family members, nothing. Dope fiends. Straight crackheads. We going to war, tearing down cities and shit for dope heads. Crackheads. That tell you how backwards we are. That tell you how backwards we are. And we sit up here, oh, the Mexicans. Oh, what about the fuck us? What about the fuck us? We're going to get left so fucking far behind because every time somebody get up a little bit, we just hand them over. Oh, you go ahead. You gone in front of me. You deserve it. Yeah, we still in slave teaching books days. We in the Bible. You don't see no Mexican running around here at the Bible in the church and all that. He out there working, making money, and getting the fuck ahead. And on Sunday, we too worried about trying to go to church and go out to eat, and we still in this whole ritual that we've been going through since goddamn slave days. We've been doing the same goddamn ritual while everybody running the fuck in front of us. That's what's really going on. But we're gonna get to this. We're gonna get to the subject and all that good stuff. Hey Bella, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I know.
Yeah, I'm glad you made it back from your rant.
But I'm just saying, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
I don't think we keeping it real enough. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we got to start keeping it real. We got to, tell them what's up. Miss Lady said, good night before it even starts. She's like, I'm sleeping now. Or she might have been saying, okay, she said, peace and love, my brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Latasha up in there? He's high else up in this thing.
Hello.
What's up, Big Angie up in there? He's high else.
Yeah,
How you doing? And what's up is not up in his house, up in this thing. Come on, read that comment.
Angela said, they coming to our city building generational wealth. Where were we born and raised? Where we were born and raised. People we don't know how to join together. Too busy trying to outdo each other.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. We sitting up here, we got together to just imagine how strong we can be. We got together to clean up, apartments and all this kind of stuff, started trying to do stuff around our city. It felt good. It felt good to see Black people getting together and acting like they can come together and start doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got to keep it real. We got to get bigger and better than this. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
We don't work together enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, she said good night is high. We greet people where we from. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm about to be nosy and ask you where you from. Shoot. I was just finna say that might be that wasn't no sundown town or nothing. No. But yeah, but you feel me though?
I got you.
I think we going to this thing and we looking at the protests and all that, and we saying to ourselves, what's going on? What's going on? All this all over the place and all that old type of stuff. But I don't think we realize what's the deeper issue that we got going on. We looking over there. I looked at and I seen 2 or 3 to me, degenerate Black people out there in the middle of stuff, looking like an eyeball. Oh, that's man, fight for we can't beg a joker fight for a cause for us, but we can get up and we can run down just like that. Like, there's one thing I respect about the Black Lives Matter. It did make some people, come together.
Yeah.
And, Black everything, start trying to open up Black business, selling Black shirts, start, trying to sell stuff. But see, sometimes we got to stop doing it, saying it's just I'm just selling to the Blacks. I'm selling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I'm selling, I'm trying to sell it to everybody. So I try to make something for everybody, not just my kind, something for the world. And that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we can have our own stuff, but then you're supposed to have something for the world too. And that's my only thing, that we got to get to a point that we have to stop looking at stuff in a small way and look at the bigger play that's going on.
Yeah.
We don't realize that it's always been about votes. You think they still, I'm talking about after they sit up there and know these people illegals and all that, they just trying to, they like, oh, just leave them alone. Let them go. Because they trying to get them arrested so they can let them run back across the country, because they already got too many people down there. You know what I'm saying? Run across country and cause mayhem. Think about how bad California done got. They the highest everything in taxes. Everybody leaving there because they, everything is overpriced, this and that. They looting everywhere. Every time there's something going on, they looting and this and that. You know why they left Mexico? Because they can't do it down there. Because you know what they do? If it's a riot down there, they're going to start shooting them. Tap, 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 tap.
Just like that.
They shoot about 3-4 people. All that shit dispersed. It's over. So people don't understand, like, um, just imagine you're police officer or anything, and you trying to protect, uh, National Guard. We got to think about it. Our families and stuff in the National Guard, in the Armed Reserve, military, in the Marines, and all that stuff that been sent over there to help out. Imagine your son sitting out there and somebody beating up bricks and concrete blocks and taking them and throwing them at your children and hitting them upside the head, busting the cars, throwing stuff on the cars, breaking out their windows, all that kind of stuff.
Trying to carjack, all of that.
Well, I didn't really see the carjacking. They was breaking in, reporters' cars and stuff like that. And they was doing a whole lot of looting. All these kids, when we talk about all these kids that got their hoodies over their heads and all that and start doing all this old crazy stuff, that's what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to understand that this stuff is real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how they say, oh, come on now.
Hello. It is still a nice place to sightsee.
What you talking about? You talking about LA,
LA.
with not downtown right now? It's a good try. She's trying to hold up before little LA. You think anybody want to come through there tonight?
Not in certain parts.
Nah, I don't even think nobody want to come through there tonight. Yeah, they talk that mess, but I don't think they want to do it tonight. Just my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
What she say? She said, I was there during the Rodney King. Oh yeah, they tore that thing up. I feel you. I feel you, but California right now, this week, nah. This week, I'm gonna say Chicago might get a little bad. I don't think. Only reason I don't think Chicago gonna get too bad, because if they get to doing all that looting and riding, and they can't just, when they going around, see, right around all that downtown is the inner city. And they're gonna run into the wrong neighborhood, and they ain't gonna take but a couple of dudes seeing all these old Mexicans and all that old type of stuff. Because look, already in Chicago they were saying how they was taking over their parks and all that stuff and things. So yeah, I think that ain't gonna be nice there. What's up, Cynthia? Up in there, his house, up in this thing. Hello, is you stuck, or are you just like that? Your thing must be stuck. What's up, Rita? Up in his house, up in this thing. I'm looking at your thing. It look like your thing stuck. What's that? Hold on. Bam. Let's get that first one out of the way. I wonder what freeway they on. Man, I got that somewhere. Let me see what freeway they was on. Let me take your other one down. You Gucci.
I don't know what that was.
Boy, you became two people on here. I thought I was talking to two of you in a minute.
Double trouble.
Highway 101 freeway. Look, I done did real research. See, she wasn't expecting me to tell them what freeway they was on. Okay, there it is. Come on, read that.
Jason, hey, remember when I told you that Trump and Elon gonna go at each other and you said you doubted? Now, how did I call that out almost 6 months in the future?
Well, I think that happened because I just listening. I was just listening to Trump tell all type things. You know, I'd be happy to send it to you. But yeah, but Eli joined Trump because it was a whole different mission at hand, and that was it. Where they was trying to make it a one party thing, where they was actually smuggling immigrants into swing states, trying to turn them into blue states. And that's why they was getting planes and taking people from Haiti and everything and bringing them over here and trying to get them rights to vote, even that they was name. And that's why they wanted they wanted the people to vote without having to have the voter ID stuff and stuff like that, because they wanted all these immigrants to vote. You can hear them. They wanted all these immigrants to vote because they knew if they could get the immigrants to vote. Think about it. A lot of these elections in some states was changed over 2,000, 3,000 votes. So imagine if you go and haul 20,000 immigrants in there, and if you get half of them, registered to vote, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then you already done won that county, and if you can, and that's how they did. They spread them out all over. Because I was wondering, I was like, why they dropping off Haiti? You know, when they dropped them off in the middle of that town up there. And I was like, why didn't they drop them off in the middle of town where they ain't got a lot of jobs and this and that? And I was like, they trying to fill the towns up. You know what I'm saying? Overtake that vote. Overtake these votes. They seen so many little red towns. And they said, okay, we trying to. And guess what? A lot of people saw it. A lot of people saw it. I saw it. I think if I want to do a little blowback on it's the 101 freeway, Hollywood. Yeah. And Jay, if I want some, to hit with some blowback, I think, you might be saying 6 months ago they might be into it. And I also told you, about 8 months ago or so that your boy Trump was gonna tear that thing down, and then he was gonna win convincingly because everybody saw the play. Everybody saw how they was riding so hard for illegals. You were like, why are you riding so hard for illegals that's not American? You know what I'm saying? Because they know the illegals gonna want to vote Democratic because they know the Democratic's the one that's pulling them in saying, oh, you vote for us, we got you. We gonna let all y'all start coming in here and working and this and that. They were putting them up at their houses, judges. They were getting free work out of them, all kind of stuff. Had them parked in the garage, and all of them had them shooting their guns and everything. I mean, dangerous criminals. I mean, shoot. Golly. But once they start getting out here doing, little stuff here and there, because people don't realize, if you bring a criminal from across, it's just like if somebody leave America on the run or whatever and go to Mexico, is they a good person? If a nigga trying to get to Mexico, say, hey, I got to go to Mexico, I got to go to Canada. Have you ever seen a movie when people are trying to make it to Mexico or Canada that was a good person? So imagine a person that's trying to get to America and get away from Mexico. They probably looking at jail time or whatever down there. Let's get the hell up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but think about it. If you just think about it, when time you ever watched the movie? I'm talking about ever watched the movie and seen a good guy say, let's try to make it to Mexico. Have you ever seen it, Bella?
Not.
Or Joker said, let's make it to Canada.
I have not.
It's always the bad guy trying to make it across the border.
Trying to get somewhere safe.
Trying to outrun these people he done robbed and all kind of stuff. All them people, some of them people that robbed cartel, everything, trying to make it across here. Why would you think a cartel member with his knuckles all that come across and say, I want to go anywhere but my home place? Because they're going to kill me. Because you done did something that you're supposed to been doing the reason you took off, right?
Right.
See, I can make sense if people just like listen. If somebody want to hear sense, it sounds very sensible. But when you don't really want to hear it, when you don't want to really hear it, when you got your mind made up and you don't want to hear nothing, you know what people remind me when they had a mind made up. You remember when you watch a little kid having a time, be like la 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 la.
Nobody's voting Democrats. Even the old Democrats changed their vote after all that money Elon donated to Trump. Even those foreigners, Latins, Indians, Orientals swung their vote, but illegals didn't have the right to vote. I call cap. But I bet them races as South Africans can vote.
They ain't here. I don't know why he think they made it here. They ain't here. Hey, look, he sent your boy Elon and his South African friends back. Hey, you ain't heard nothing else about Trump and South Africa no more since Elon talked that shit. He's like, okay, motherfuckers, y'all can go back. See, Trump a businessman, man. Yeah, see, we keep on saying that. Even if you listen to Stephen A. Smith, that had a conversation with him the other day or whatever. He said he been knowing Trump for years. He never known Trump to be no racist, this and that. He said they've been good. What's his name? Just go watch the Stephen A. Smith and Donald Trump interview. He was on a panel of 3, and he was talking to Donald Trump. Donald Trump came on, talked to every one of them. But what I'm saying is, we saw Donald Trump dating black women. We seen Donald Trump in the black clubs. He supplied Jesse Jackson campaign when he ran for president. Him and Tiger Woods played golf. Him and even the running back for the Philadelphia Eagles that won the Super Bowl, they went out and played golf. See, what it is everybody trying to make a man racist because you are regurgitating what you being taught. If somebody come out there and say, hey, he this, he that, and you just say, oh, for real? Oh, and then you start saying it. You ain't did no damn research. You ain't really what's not. It's people going back, judging, like I tell people. If you're going to judge me when I was 20 years old, you ain't going to have no good light of me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing when you look at Trump. If you want to judge him for over 30 years old, because when people go talk about the little 5 or whatever, the 5, that was over 30 years ago. And when Trump got a hold of it was when the prosecutors had already said they did this. These are old dirty police officers beat up the witnesses and made them admit to saying they did it and all that old type of stuff. See, people don't realize. See, y'all live in a different world than I grew up in long time ago, when police had secret elevators that they whoop you on and secret rooms that they put you in chairs and scrap you down and all kind of stuff to interrogate you and stuff. And y'all live in a different world. Y'all live in a world where there's cameras everywhere. Even the staff, when they be ready to hit you, they had to turn sideways and give you a little bump or something. They can't even do like they did back in the day. They just be, hey, rough man, kill them cameras. Click, 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 click. Bop, 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 bop. That's what they did back in the day. They just killed the cameras and got on your damn ass, and then they cut the cameras on you like this here. You know what I'm saying? And then, just like when you went to jail back in the day, if they beat you up too bad, they just didn't let your parents or whatever see you for a couple days till they healed you up and all that, and then let them see you and this and that. So a lot of people, you don't live in a world that I grew up in. You know, like all these people that talking about, oh, police so hard. They don't have an idea how the police used to be if you got pulled over on a dark street back in the day. When you hear them terrorizing story with how they broke your light and all that, I done lived that shit. So when people be sitting up there, listen, the most terrifying thing you can do is get pulled over on a street where ain't got no lights, ain't got no stoves or nothing that you was naming. You had to pull over in a driveway or a lonely road by yourself. Think about it. That's how Bill Cosby's son got dead. He got killed same way. Got a flat on side of the road. This and that. You never know who might have showed up and this and that. But that's how it was going down out there. You go out there, it was a lot of people missing action. You had, back in the day when we came up, you had all kind of dudes and white vans and all that went all across the world, snatching people off the road, people hitchhiking and all that stuff. It was all kind of stuff going on back there.
It's serious.
People don't want to take it serious though.
So Los Angeles is experiencing significant unrest due to ongoing immigration enforcement operation. So they got a disturbance going on because of the immigrants.
Yeah. And then they go a little more.
It's leading to protests and clashes between demonstrators and the law enforcement. So those that are protesting and the law enforcement are the ones that's into it. So are surrounding people involved? Are they being troubled because of what's going on? Or is this only in their type of community that this is taking place?
What's happening is it's Latino stores, it's Mexican stores, it's Asian stores, it's all kind of stores being crashed and dashed, it's Apple stores and all that. And they don't realize all these stores and a lot of these places are moving out of California because they can't control the crime. They can't control the crime. You sit up there and let it there. Y'all got all these police officers. So the federal, the sheriff just came over. I mean, he activated the National Guard because they didn't want the regular police to protect the federal officers, the ICE agents. So he got he activated the National Guard just to put at the ICE agents' offices so they can rotate out. They got 2,000 of them, so they can rotate out to help the ICE officers as they come and go into their facility. You feel what I'm saying? Because they're not there to do any arrests or nothing. The ICE officers is the one that's doing the arrest. They just got the National Guard people just protecting the building where they bring in housing the criminals and stuff in. You know what I'm saying?
So tell me this.
But
What caused the unrest to take place in Los Angeles? It's because
okay,
they raided their business, the warehouse where they were working, and
yeah,
they're deciding to fight back.
no, this what happened. Okay, they raided. Okay, the reason they raided that warehouse because it was owned and operated by the cartel member. They were smuggling money and other stuff and drugs, other kind of stuff through there. It was a front. They had a little store in the front and they had a front. So the ICE agents, the ICE agents, the drug enforcement, and the ATF all came because the people when they found guns, the ATF can go ahead, charge them for that. They found drugs, so that the drug people can find, go ahead do it because the ICE agents just border control, for drugs illegal immigrants. So all the immigrants they found in there had crimes, had a couple of murder convictions and stuff like this, and had a Honduras dude over there. But that's what they came. They came because they were smuggling money back and forth to Mexico from the cartels. That's how the cartels getting money and stuff smuggled over there. So that's how. See, once you cut off, this is what people don't realize. Once you cut off the the drugs from coming across the border, so now you got to think about it. They already got drugs and stuff across the border, but now you got the chatter. So they got to try to figure out a way to get these drugs in here some kind of way. And what's the best thing about FBI and all these other? They can listen to your phone call, they can tap lines and find out what transmission, what they doing is who connected to who. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got to try to talk to somebody because the connection at the border ain't there no more. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they got info, did an investigation, boom, went in there, arrested. They didn't arrest, they arrested about I think they said 18 people, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So when they arrested these 18 people, everybody got up in arms, and then they was like, "Oh, now they're gonna be in Los Angeles because Los Angeles is considered a what you call a city, what you call the city when they call it where you is what immigrants are allowed. It's a sanctuary city. My bad, sanctuary city. It's considered a sanctuary city. So that's why everybody flooded there because they said the population there is 40% Latinos and Mexicans in California. So and then they said it's like it's like 8% and right at 1.2 to 4 million illegal immigrants in California.
Oh wow.
And then you got to think about this here. As they went around the country gathering up people fled back to where they, because they get free health care. Don't you know they get free health care in California? Illegal immigrants get free health care and all that. So we can't even get free health care in our cities all around here, but they can run to a town and get free health care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we never look at the big picture. We always so anti everything. All right, come on with it.
Jay said, I disagree. Sounds like cap to me. I call it and you call it wrong. Give me my props. Honestly, just admit it. Man, I think it's funny how y'all believe these elite racist leaders actually care about you. care but you about you. I think that's what you were saying. So don't nobody care about us. Fortunately, a high rights few brothers, sisters, black and white sacrifice for us only because of the grace of God.
Okay. All right. I'll do this then. Since you do it like that. All right. All right. I'm gonna take it what you say, Jay. You said don't nobody care about us. All right. Okay, I'm gonna look at this here. Okay. I know quite a few, being in construction, wasn't that? I know quite a few men there, white people that done hired me on a number of jobs. I want you to name me how many Mexicans ever hired you on any job, Jay. I know you probably hired some Mexicans maybe once or twice, but name me how many Mexicans ever asked you to come do something for them and you got paid for it out they man where they paid you money. I bet you that you done got money from the white man, the millionaires that you complain about that done paid you money, but I bet you all the black people on this stream or all the black people you know can't never say they worked for the Mexican and got paid. Yeah. Tell me that. Tell me these dudes out here that done work for Mexicans and they paid them. Because you know what? Mexicans do all they stuff. They go get all they people and do it. They daughters and mothers and children and everything out there and don't get nothing from you. But you spend all your money with them when you go to the Mexican restaurant. You go spend your money with them at the Mexican restaurant. That's why they thrive, because of black people. Everything thriving because black people spend so much money on everything. We just give it away and we don't never stop and say, let me go to a black place and eat or this and that. We want to go to the Chinese, chop them up and throw them in the air. Chop, bing, bang, pow, pang, pow, pow. We want to be entertained. That right there, we go to the Mexican restaurant. We up in there doing more stuff than them up there. We got the big Mexican hat. It's my birthday. And we don't even support our own business like that. So yeah, you can cap all you want and tell me I ain't about nothing or this and that, but I can see with my eyes what's going on. I know white people is changing money with us, and I ain't never seen Mexicans change because when they get their money, they send it across seas, and then they come grab more money from you and send that across there too. They don't spend money with you, player. There you go. And they ain't never hired you for a job. Yeah, that part. Yeah. And I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it real. Like we want to sit up here and we want to act like they are friends. But how many you got on speed dial they gonna hire you? How many times a Mexican called you and say, hey, I need you to come do this for me. I'm gonna pay you $200 or whatever. Never. Only thing they're gonna do is come stick a phone in your face and ask you, do you need me to work for you? And let you speak in the phone so they can get your answer. That's it. That's all you gonna get. Okay. Up here always acting we want to be so against the white man, but the white man the only one putting money in our pocket. White and black man is the only men that are putting money in our pocket.
Pretty much.
So we can sugarcoat all that stuff all we want to. And go tell me something different. Yeah, tell me something different. Don't tell me how you made I made this much money off the Mexicans last year. Nah, we put money in Mexican pockets. We the one get them to do roofing for us. We the one get them to do remodel stuff for us and this and that. I got a partner that speak fluently Mexican, and he got Mexicans working for him every day, all day. And all that, and he putting money in their pocket. He be getting jobs for them, all that, and he the middleman, talk to them and do this and this and that, and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the new way to go. So the protest has escalated into acts of vandalism, including damage to public property and self-driven vehicles, and even fires.
Mm.
What do you mean? They sending the vehicles that can drive on their own?
Yeah.
Teslas?
The taxis. It's some taxi cabs.
Okay, yeah, the robotic
on the
one.
top. Yeah, a little light on top. They got this robot cars that's on.
Yeah.
And they burn them up. They tearing them up. They burn them up and set them on fire and all that stuff. And what did the remote control car do to them?
Right.
What they got to do with Trump? See, it ain't about Trump. It's about America. It's about hating America. When somebody's sitting on your land, flying a flag, talking about this, California belong to us, this stolen land. You don't think they don't think all this land stolen from me? You don't think they think you think they're going to stop at California? All California is the gateway. Soon as they get in and get legalized in California, then they spread out and start taking over the rest of this thing. Because they don't want to be in Mexico. They want to see how America is, and they want to start taking it over. Because you know what, they look at us like a bunch of goddamn dope heads and dope fiends and whatever. They can make all kind of money on us from all kind of different things. Because we don't know how to make money no more.
Yeah.
Come on with it.
Downtown LA has been particularly affected by the demonstrators, with reports of looting and debris. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been going down.
So what are they looting certain businesses or anything that's
yeah, they've been painting, all on everything, the windows. I mean, even on the Apple Store, they talking about leave ice and all that stuff on everything. They got all kind of, and I ain't seen no good. Everything I seen was in Mexican or something. Okay, everything is like I mean, they done almost half of downtown and all around the federal building. They done, spray painted it up and this and that. Because I'm gonna tell you, they the ones started. Latinos and all that one started spray painting. How many black people go to the store and go buy a can of spray paint to use it on
graffiti?
Because even when we watched Fat Boys and all that stuff back in the day in New York, when you go and seen people who was doing the graffiti, they was always Latinos or something that were writing it, doing their little bubbles and all that old type of stuff on the subway trains and all that. Every graffiti and all this stuff that make it look like this here, it used to come from them back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
We used to watch them on TV. They'd be like, and all that. I remember when the police got them in LA. What was that movie? Colors. And they took the spray paint and sprayed in the Latino dude face.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Oh, you spraying stuff." She took the spray paint from him and sprayed it in his face, and he got mad and this and that. But I mean, that's what they would tag, and they used to call it tags and stuff. I watched the game movie Warriors, and when they were talking Warriors come out and play, and they was doing the same thing, tagging them Latinos. They were from California. went to New York and had to fight their way back to California. See, a lot of people don't understand that movie, but I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of people just don't realize how deep down the rabbit hole a lot of this stuff go. Come on with it.
So while the protests are ongoing, the city is also grappling with a high concern of homelessness and poverty, with a recent survey indicating that many residents consider these issues. Like they don't have nowhere to live and they can't hardly
Yeah,
make it
people,
already.
people forgot about Skid Row. They downtown. Skid Row is under a bridge or something down there.
Yeah.
I mean, we forgot it's a whole Skid Row type place just for homeless people downtown.
Yeah.
I'm saying, and while they running through the streets and acting crazy and all that old type of stuff, they don't care. They don't care about the homeless and all that old type of stuff because you wouldn't be sitting up there putting stuff on fire and doing all that stuff. And then they was burning American flags. Y'all down with this? You know what I'm saying? Like we sit up here and we stand up because I guess I look at it a little different because I've been in the army. So I have a little bit more respect for the American flag, a lot more respect for the American flag than a lot of people out here that ain't never been in no service or nothing there, and then they just look at it like, oh, it's just flag and nothing. No, people don't realize like everybody who been to war before you fought for you to have these rights, fought for you to have freedom. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And for somebody to spit in your burn your flag, spraying lighter fluid on your flag, burning in the middle of the street, throwing more flags down, and then flying a flag from a foreign country. Come on now. Not in your country, not your country flag. Burning your flag while flying a foreign country flag and telling them, we gonna burn this motherfucker down. That's what they said.
It's just like somebody coming into your house, invading it, and trying to take over something you work hard for.
That's just like a dude coming in your yard and putting his lawn chair in there and planting his flag beside him and just laying back on your lawn chair and say, fuck you, man. You can't tell me to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? This stolen land. This is my ancestors' land. Man, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I was talking to my partner the other day, and he said, "What's the difference in you in the legal evidence?" I said, "I grew here, and they flew here. I was born here." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they even got, and they still think like it's still Latinos and Mexicans that don't agree with that because why did the other Mexicans flee and leave Mexico? Because it was a no good country. So why would I want all the people from Mexico to come over here and come over here and so they can make this motherfucker like Mexico? People that ain't even thinking. What you think going on in Mexico? A whole lot of killing, a whole lot of Mexican cartels. Now, all these people come from cartels or they're a member of some cartel family. Because guess what? You can't just be in Mexico and just be a regular old person here and there. You can. But most times they members of cartels and all kind of stuff. And people don't even understand that part of it. Goddamn, Bellamus ain't got her what's name on or some battery plugged up or something. You must be losing power or something. Well, but let me see. Is she all right? Yeah, but let me see. Police accused. Oh yeah, they were riding horses on horse patrol because they said with horse patrols that's more what's name with controlling the crowds and all that because people don't attack horses like they attack other people because they said when they on horses, you never know what the horse gonna do, kick them or whatever, and they'll do more better on certain things. Uh-oh. He said people wasn't ready for that change and they made it's crazy because Trump have broke the rich. And it's an uproar around the world now. Right. They don't understand he been affecting the rich people too, trying to help everybody out a little bit because he want to bring the little man jobs back. He want to bring the steel jobs back, the car building jobs, the Apple jobs. He want to bring a lot of jobs back, and people don't even understand that part of it. Around the world now, right? What you say? You were keeping on.
I was trying to keep up.
Yeah, you see what she was saying on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy because guess what the first thing they said? Oh, Trump just trying to benefit the rich. Okay, what about when the rich people been crying about the stock market and all this old type of stuff about how he doing stuff affecting them and this and that? The
But I
man
think
go ahead.
I think we're in an era where everybody is going to be affected. The rich, the poor. I mean, because we're really in the beginning of a recession. If you can think about the cost of living,
We've been in a recession 4-5 years.
but
Yeah.
still, this is the beginning of another level. There are going to be so many changes in things in life that people been saying even before the pandemic. Start
Right.
preparing yourself, start stocking so you can live without. But everybody is still becoming so codependent on the internet. What if
Yeah.
one day that goes, I look at me right now. I've been having internet issues all day. So what if it goes out? Then what would I do? What would you do if you had no lights? What if something happened where the lights are gone?
Yeah.
And people talking about health insurance. What if your health insurance cut off? I see that now there are some people that are on all these medications. You have health issues that you're not working on, and then they're limiting so many prescriptions you can get filled a month. But you need these medications to live because of your health failing you. So then what are you to do? So
Yeah.
these are things that are taking place that you have to look far beyond a person just being in office, giving instructions down. You have to learn how to live beyond what you got.
And
So that's what we need to be worried about facing now.
and I want you to expand on another thing. AI. I want you to talk about a little bit about AI because it's coming so fast. I be watching these new robots they got that can go and pick up stuff and bend down and walk with boxes and load boxes and all kind of stuff. Man, listen, I've been telling people, have I been telling people since I've been on here? I told them what was gonna happen by 2025. I was saying this in 2019. I said in 5 years, remember, I even said the trucking industry was gonna go. It ain't go as quick as I said, but remember I told you about the taxes and all that stuff that was gonna go. It's a whole lot of stuff going. And people got to realize listen, if we dreamed of a world that it's supposed to be hoverboards and little flying spaceships and all that, how the hell you still thought you gonna be a taxi cab driver or you know what I'm saying, or something? They don't even need you to deliver food. They got robots. They can tap in, put in number. They got a lock code on there. The robot keeps the thing warm, drive it in a robot bot on the, when they on the beach and all that. And then you just give them the code, tap in a little code, it open up and give you your food. I'm talking about it's getting to the point that what they delivering food with the planes, with the little drop planes and things. Yeah. And so we don't realize how life is changing and we trying to stay stuck. We don't understand you can't be stuck when everything changes around you. That's why I was telling you. Remember, I told you some years ago, I said, our children got to start being in tech. Stop thinking you're going to sit up here and be a fucking Instagram model or a goddamn OnlyFans for the rest of your life or a podcast or something. You're going to have to get out here and work.
TikTok dancer.
I don't make money off this. This is my entertainment. I go out and make money every day. This is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? He's so crazy. Go ahead.
Come on, Asa. Exactly. What will we do? Look at the bill he passed about pregnant women. You can't have no more abortions or DNCs if you miscarry. Oh, wow.
What is it? Oh.
You know, a DNC is like if something is like the baby is a tubulent baby or it die inside of you. He's saying you cannot do an abortion to get rid of it. Maybe I wonder if it entails that if it's a health condition that you have to have it, can you have the abortion or the DNC then?
That up because I think he gave. I don't think he passed that bill because he gave the thing to the states. So you got to look at individual states got their own individual. He gave the power to the states. So. And passing a bill, I don't think he passed a bill like that. I think he gave the power to the states so they can pass bill. So you might be talking about a state that might have came up with this bill or whatever, because in every
Well, the DNC that is mentioned in the bill is talking about the Democratic National Committee, not the DNC that's coincide with abortions. Is rescinding emergency abortion guidance, saying that it's required that the hospital provide emergency abortions to women whose health is in danger.
Right.
Like that. The action has been criticized by the Democratic committee as putting pregnant women at risk. You know.
What?
So say, for instance, if the federal government used to provide money that prohibits taxpayer money. Like if you're overseas and you have insurance here, you cannot have an abortion while you're in another country. So some states can, have abortion still, but not all.
Yeah, that's what I said. He left it in the hands of the
state.
Yeah,
and he still went through where he says certain stages of pregnancy where it's gonna be okay.
I'll tell you one thing, we always talking all that stuff. I ain't never heard that the same Latinos and Mexicans. I ain't never heard of no Mexican talking about getting an abortion. I've never heard it.
They probably go in the backyard and do it themselves.
No, I'm saying, have you ever heard of it though?
No, I haven't.
I've never heard of that. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm sure Latinos. I done heard a couple of Latinos. I've never heard of a Mexican lady having.
Well, that's because if you don't always be in the area or the company of that particular race, how would you know? You only know mostly what you be around that actually discuss, and who would discuss that more with you other than somebody of your culture?
what another thing about that, they more family oriented. So a lot of them know who their daddy is, with their daddy, playing the baby, and all that old type of stuff. So it's a little different than how our culture is, where we don't plan some. We have a oops child, and then we wanna play Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay, no bad.
Believe me, they have their own issues
I
too.
bet you, she ain't say she knew somebody.
But I'm saying though, how can you say that? Because do you be around enough of them to even know some that you would even know about their abortion?
Okay, but
Let's ask somebody that's been at the abortion clinic and seen
that's
other
what I'm
races.
saying. Now, well, I ain't never seen them outside the abortion clinic. Just white.
Have you seen some inside the abortion clinic?
I ain't never been inside the abortion clinic. Good trick question though. That was a good one. That was a good one. You almost batted me up around this thing. You were trying, boy.
Well, when you was waiting in the car, did anybody come out from the other race? Let me stop from
Man,
that.
you ain't right. Read that one at the bottom.
She said, okay, that one.
Yeah.
The banner, right? Police accuse protesters of using incendiary devices against horse patrols. Meanwhile, officers in riot gear use flashbang grenades and pepper spray to subdue crowds. So what they were doing to the horses? Like loud sounds that were driving wild like things.
Well, they had rag gear because they was throwing bricks and stuff and things too. So even though a horse, galloping and this and that, but if somebody's slanging a brick and hit them with a brick across town, you know what I'm saying? They was.
Well, aren't horses afraid? They don't do well with fire, right?
Lies you tell.
I'm asking. That's
No. See,
because that's what they're saying. Those type of fire devices
No.
against horse patrol. So
I'm
saying
I'm gonna tell you, it's just like dog, like cane corsos and other dogs. When you have a dog and it's a protector, what they do is they put him in a whole bunch of different scenarios all his life so he can be used to that. Like my dog, I could drive my lawnmower and cut the yard. My dog will walk right behind the lawnmower and watch me cut the yard all around that thing and all that old type of stuff because he's been around it all his life. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with them horses. They shoot stuff around the horses, guns and all kind of. Their horse don't flinch like other horses. Like some horses that ain't never been around.
So you saying they are trained?
Yeah, they are trained.
Normally, a natural instinct of horses, when they see fire, they know. Like for instance, how they came up in the barns. You see a hay fire, it's gonna spread fast, so they try to get away from it.
Yeah, they
try to get away.
They train with all that kind of stuff, fireworks, all that kind of stuff, where they don't get agitated like that. Now they will kick the shit out of you if you do something wrong behind them and this, that, but you don't supposed to stand behind no horse. And a lot of horses, a lot of the best horses sometimes are fierce, are kind of, because see, the horses are also known to know how to chase down people too. So they got to be able to feel like they can get close to them enough for you to grab them or, whatever, all that old type of stuff too, because they got to round up people and stuff like that. So they not scary at all. I done been around. It's horses. It's a lot of different.
They trained.
There's a
once
lot
they're
of different
trained.
kind of horses because, like, you got Tennessee Walkers that like they half step, and different horses are taught different type of things, and a lot of
Techniques.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in natural instincts, horses, I heard they were afraid of fire, but I'm sure if they're with the police force, they have to be warned of loud sounds and things like that, so it won't startle them.
And she says she ain't never been to the clinic either. So I feel like if we stop people from running around here like Jeffrey Dahmer trying to, um, kill and do all this type of stuff, because women used to be so nice and all that. Women shouldn't be out here being murderers and stuff, because that's what that is. I mean, that's murder. I mean, a living.
That's murder for hire. That's not murderers.
So, okay, so you saying you paying somebody else to murder?
To murder. That's murder for hire.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. I'm glad I got that straight. So you paying a hitman to kill your baby
To get rid of your kids.
because you're not brave enough to do it. You know what they should do? If they ought to make it where women have their babies and they give you like they say, hey, you don't want the baby no more. Put your hand over your baby mouth or whatever. Or whatever. No, they ought to make it like that and make women think twice before they want to kill their baby. No, you want to kill them? Go ahead.
That's why the people that hire people, they don't want to do the job. They want somebody.
No. Look, I even get him the shot thing. Here you go. You got to shoot him up. Hit him one time. He gone. No, because you know what? Them doctors got to live with it. Why the person that's doing the killing? I mean, now if you murder for hire, you get just as much time if you murder for hire. So what's up with that? That's being irresponsible with sex. Yeah, you got to put a condom on. You can't be out here naked head and then be talking about some oops. I got a whole baby and all this. Now I want to kill Joker. Just don't have sex. You know the whole purpose of having sex is to make a baby, especially if you young enough. You know what I'm saying? You got to be just about a cougar not to be having no babies. So I mean, don't be young and 20 and all that, and you think you're gonna let a joke all up in you, and you think you ain't finna have no baby. Come on now. We gotta take this thing right now. No, this just ain't right there. All right, we read that one. All right, come on.
The the disturbance temporarily brought the talk and the reports of looting. I think that
Hello. I can't hear you. She freezing up around. See, I told you I got that good internet now, boy. Ooh, I don't know how to act. I don't know how to act. She froze. That was silly. I am super silly. You probably gonna have to, I knew it. Now come back on this thing. Put up some more real quick. Oh yeah, they armed National Guard troops near about Business Park on Sunday. And then they finally started arresting people Saturday and Sunday. And they got one man on most wanted list and all that. They looking for him. Yeah. That part. Lord have mercy. It's always something. My stuff doing like excellent, and I guess it's showing how you just got to have that good internet, you know. You just got to have that good internet to do the damn thing. Okay. All right. Well, I'm guess gonna guide the road till she come back because it seems like she's just taking her little time. Okay. How they say? Any questions? Let me go. But let me see. All right. So this whole thing with the I'm gonna sum up a little bit of it. It's like day one, a hit Home Depot and a couple of places to round up a couple of immigrants or whatever. Later on that day, because it took a while, they said because when you're arrested and you out there a little while, they usually grab them up pretty quick. But you know they had all these different agencies and this and that, so they trying to get all the evidence, and you got to collect the evidence. So it takes a couple of hours. So you got organized people that's telling them, oh, they raiding, and the politicians and all that is pushing back and like, hey, don't raid in our city, this and that, and basically tell them, don't do your job in my city. You know what I'm saying? And that was right around the FASH, you know, all that happened around the Metropolitan Detention Center, the federal building, and the fashion district in Los Angeles. So after that, you got where you got the people that kind of came, and you got the people that kind of came and what was that, Saturday? You got the people that started looting and all that kind of stuff, and tearing up stores and all kind of stuff. And they started getting together, and then all of a sudden they started getting gas masks. And you got to think about it. The people out there was passing out gas masks to other people. Who has money like that to bring big boxes of gas masks to bring to the looters, sticks and all kind of stuff? You know what I'm saying? I mean, this was a professional looting. You know what I'm saying? They knew they give them gas masks, they keep them out there with, you know, they can battle with the police officers, this and that. And then you got the people that knew they were gonna do something messed up. They came in with they hoodies on, they masks, well, you can't see it, they eye, and then they even got a little worse on that. Some of them had eyeglasses on, sleeves all the way up, gloves on. You got to think about it now. In LA, where they say it never rains in California, you got people in, I wonder what temperature it is in California right now. Can we look up there right quick? It's almost 90 degrees probably in California. I'm gonna give it 87. I put 87. So you got people in black hoodies and all this in 87-degree weather.
It's 67 degrees.
Huh?
It's
No,
67
right now.
right now.
Oh, in the daytime, what it was
78.
78. Okay,
You
78.
gotta think they by the water too, so
Yeah, 78 degrees with all this stuff on and then all that and doing all this nonsense. So you speed down because they said it was so bad because Saturday and Sunday people off work, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of spiraled out of control a little bit. And then Monday people went back to work a little bit, but some people still went out there. It looked like some people took the day off and went out there just to start some more stuff, and they started arresting people. And I think a lot of people realized over the weekend they thought once Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, and all that started talking about how she gonna be passing out 5 years like it's pancakes, and she said a couple people gonna face up to 10 and 20 years for throwing rocks and stuff and hitting federal officers and stuff like that. And she was even talking about giving them some couple years for spitting on the officer. So, all that old stuff that they thought they got away with it that next night, and once she went up there and they started going up, scooping up people, because a lot of people don't realize that they wore the same stuff the next day and got scooped up real quick. Yeah, because I remember a dude with number 17. I was like, why they ain't got him yet? Oh, big old white boy. And he was running through there just trying to going in front of vehicles, stopping and hitting on the hood and all that. Man, I was like, man, ooh, Lord have mercy. So I think that's the only part that make you want to go back in the army when you see your country is really under attack, because you realize, I'm gonna tell you this, I realized then how much they don't like our country, because okay, you say you want blacks on your side, but so you got to think about it. They had Army veterans out there trying to be on their side and this and that. So you trying to tell me the Army veterans now they done turned on the flag when they got a flag on their biker suit and all that stuff out there? Now you done start burning flags and talking about the land is yours and waving your flag and all that. See, now you gonna push some people away. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same thing when I said when you just trying to appease one Democratic. You know what I'm saying? When they start saying my people and all that old type of stuff, and they start my, and we run this and then they even threaten y'all about coming to Mexico, Cancun, and all them places. So I wonder how many people gonna be still going to Mexico, seeing that the cartel down there, they might be offing y'all for coming down there because they mad because they can't come back across here no more, stuff like that. I wonder how many people really want to go to Cancun and all these other places and might not make it back. Remember them other dudes that took that trip, them 4-5 people went down there and took that trip? Couple of them didn't make it back. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That black couple went down there and took a trip. I think the girl died. One of the dudes died. Yeah. And then they said one time a whole 5 of them went up missing. See, people don't even realize how dangerous it is. If it's dangerous for Mexicans in Mexico, you don't think it ain't dangerous for black people in Mexico? Yeah, I'm not eager to go over there. I'm sorry. I'm been trying to get to Africa. So, I see how everybody want to go to Mexico and all that. I don't never hear black people talk about going to Africa, the richest land in the world, the biggest cities in the world. They got big cities like New York City and LA and all this stuff in Africa. But, you wouldn't know it because people done bamboozled us. Got us thinking that it's a poor country. Like every black person down there got flies on their lip and mouth and stuff, and eating out of a bowl with the, you know what I'm saying, and spitting up grits and stuff. Like all they can eat is grits and rice and water. Oh, we don't have no water. I don't understand. How can we even, just fix our mouth like that? I look at this and it's been a con job all the way around. All you remember them white people used to go to the little country and just donate just $1 and you could sponsor a whole baby for a whole week and all that stuff. And man, all they were doing is getting your money, sticking in their pocket, passing them some grits, hot grits and stuff they got for free, and gone. You know what I'm saying? Pass them a Bible and get up out of there. Peace. You know what I'm saying? So we've been hornswoggled, we've been fooled, we've been pulled the rug over because we too naive, we too giving, and we don't look out for self first. We don't have a thing that called self analogy and motivation like every other group. Every other group got this own thing. They know where they from. You fighting for Mexico, but where are you from? Do you ever fight for where you from? Do you ever fight for Africa? Do you ever say, you know what? Go to Africa, I'm gonna find out more about my culture, or I'm gonna do this and that. No. People don't do that. People want to go to everybody's culture but theirs. They want to go to Canada. They want to go to people go all the way past, all the way over Africa and go to China, Japan, go all over the place. They'll go to Australia. They'll go all over the place. Go to India. Be out there looking at hair. All that. They jump all over, man. I go to Britain, UK, all that. I'm not met. They ain't touched down in Africa yet. Cause they think they got to ride a line just to go to Africa. It's a lot of cities. Africa, a big old place. Everybody think they got to hop on a line or hop on an elephant to get somewhere or something. I mean, it's just crazy. Because them are animal reserves down there that we thinking about, and we don't think about the big city. So if it's Africa so big and all that, why do black people want to take back over South Africa? Because South Africa must got something that the other piece of land don't get. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So people got to understand it's a whole plot all over the place. But, I can't get mad at Africans trying to take back over their treasures, like their diamonds and everything that have made the whole world rich all around. I can't get mad at them for saying, no, we taking over this and y'all just had to go through us to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with that. It's the same thing, here. You wouldn't want nobody to come in your backyard and dig in your backyard. Then, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, hey, man, I want my backyard back. And be like, But, I mean, that's what, we know that Africa was chopped up, split up by all these different groups, the French, the UK, Australia, all these old high power thing, just like Canada is still ruled by was ruled by Queen Elizabeth them country and all that. So people got to understand because about all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we getting better, but we got a long way to go.
Yeah, we do.
All right, you read that one then?
No. So the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, said it made 29 arrests on Saturday. A further 27 people were arrested on Sunday. And that's just from the protesters.
Right. Come on with it.
On Monday, protests continued their demonstration and police fired stun grenades to try and disperse people. The unrest calmed later in the day with fewer violent incidents and people on the streets. And then now it's probably just people just trying to instigate and see what's going on.
Right. And that's one more for you.
On Saturday, Trump deployed 2,000 National Guard members to the Los Angeles area, triggering a political row with state politicians. I mean, why? What would that trigger though?
Well, this is what triggered him. The it triggered him because they felt like him bringing in the National Guard made it worse than what it looked like. But y'all already had cars burning, already had looting going on, and the police couldn't handle it. They was already at the ICE facility, what's name. So, I mean, it's called getting in front of it. You know what I'm saying? Getting in front of it. Like, you wouldn't go, I put it this way, you wouldn't go, how they say, you wouldn't go to a gunfight without guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't go across town and be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go over here, and you go over there, and there's two of you, and then they come out, and they got bats and everything, and you ain't even bring a weapon. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid. So they brung 2,000 people so they can have plenty of people just in case. All 2,000 ain't gonna be at one place, and all 2,000 ain't gonna be there around the place, inside the place, and they taking, just like anything, taking breaks. I got a shift. Okay, then the other person come out, they got a shift, the other people go back in, because they ain't gonna stand out there all day, no 7, 8 hours like them protesters trying to do. They gonna be hurting and stuff by the time they get through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hurting everything. Well, all right, come on with it.
Okay. Oh, that's the different. Okay. On Monday evening, he ordered another 2,000 National Guard members to the West Coast city. The Pentagon also called up 700 Marines to assist with the efforts. Oh, wait a minute. Now the Marine got to show up?
Yeah, but see,
we got a problem.
So the Marines, it's the same thing. Like, they are doing like certain type of stuff, having certain type of issues. So you got to bring somebody out that don't play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they just really still there to protect the inner circles of certain federal buildings. You know what I'm saying? So they won't be writing on bills, this and that, because, you got to look at it base. It's a lot of people getting out of hand. So you got to show of force. And he say they're going to be there for 60 days. So he's packing them in because he know every day it going to get lighter because you might try to come out in full force and this and that, but see, then they gonna now the ICE people, why the Marines just creating a buffer and people like that. Now the ICE people can grab people out, off the street or whatever, joker acting a fool or whatever, and arrest them for the deeds they doing and this and that. Just like they trying to make sure the police don't have nothing to do with it. They trying to be mad because they don't want the police to get involved. Come on with it.
So this is reportedly the first time the National Guard has been activated without request of the state's governor since 1965. So before the governor even asked, Trump sent the assistance out there. Okay. The move has been condemned by California Governor Gavin Newsom and the LA Mayor Karen Bass, who said they believe local police could handle the situation.
Obviously, they haven't. Okay.
I mean, I guess when it gets more than like a day, people become concerned about the citizens. So I guess that's when the government feel like they have to take charge of the situation, like FBI would after a hostage situation after 12 hours or so, or 24 hours. 12. Yeah. That's when they step in.
Read that.
So Newsom accused Trump of an illegal act that was putting fuel on the fire, and then sued Trump's administration. Oh wow.
Yeah, there you go.
So in this lawsuit filed on Monday, California argued that Trump was going against the U.S. Constitution, which has protections for states' rights in deploying the guard against the governor's wishes. So would the state have to pay for that aid that was sent out there, or what?
I think so.
The 10th Amendment says that any power not expressly granted to the federal government is the Constitution goes to the states. So that's one of the instances. So California Attorney General Rob Bonta called the deployment an inflammatory escalation unsupported by conditions on the ground and exceeds the federal government's authority. I'm sure it does, but Trump, he do what he want to do. CBS News YouGov poll conducted in early June before the protests kicked off found 54% of Americans says that they approve Trump's deportations policy, and 50% approve of how he is handling the immigrants.
Yeah, immigrations. Yeah.
Immigrations. Okay, so that compares with smaller numbers of 42% who gave approval to his economic policy and 39% of his policy on tackling inflation.
So my whole thing with that is, we'll discuss that for a second. My whole thing with that is you see what they doing. You know what I'm saying? What I think is this new thing. Whatever he do is bad. We're gonna get rid of it. But like I say, it's a bigger play. And that's why they mess around and got behind Trump, because it's an invasion. When they were saying an invasion, when it ain't but, see, this is what people don't realize. Black people are 13% of the population. Okay, it ain't but 20 million black people here and about 20 million, black men here and about 20 million black women here. And it's not going up because of the killing and everything going on. Okay, now imagine a population that come into your thing for 4 years, close to almost 14 million people. Just imagine it. 14 million people come across the border illegally. And that ain't including when they busting in, flew in the hated people and all that stuff. and all these. And think about all these different schools, Palestine, and all these different schools that we done bombed their country, and they in New York. We ain't worried about these folks that make all the IED bombs that run into people's houses, and all that, and blow themselves up and all that. We ain't worried about them. We ain't worried about the cartel that come and cut off people's necks and heads and all that old stuff. You ain't worried about them. Yeah, I mean, who are you worried about? You know what I'm saying? Like, would you think it's just nice people that's coming across here? You know, like, people don't understand, like, it's people fleeing from prosecution. It's people fleeing from other governments and stuff that they done ran. Think about it. Just like I said, when they run and say, I want to go somewhere because I don't want to get caught. What about the people that's coming here because they don't want to get caught? They don't want to get put in jail.
Yep.
So, I mean, you know, that's my whole argument on the same, you know, the whole thing, you know. I just think people ain't looking at it how it really is out here. Yep. But that's what I about got. What you got anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, I need to turn the television on. That's all.
Hey, look, a lot of people ain't turned the television on all week when it comes to that, man. I've been on it. I've been watching, and I've been watching all this all week and stuff. And I just wanted to get people up to date on everything that's going on, because I was telling somebody the other day that it was going to be protests in Chicago today, and all of a sudden it was protests in Chicago. And like I said, they tried it in New York. New York dust them down real quick though. New York don't play that. And then it's supposed to be one down close. I think they trying to organize something close to Miami or something down through there. But only place I ain't worried about them doing too much is in Texas, because they know they going to jail. They start all that mess.
They give you life there, huh?
they gonna throw a rock and hit a policeman in Texas. And they'll clear them all out. You'll look up and be like, I thought it was some Mexicans in Texas. Nah, I'm just saying, for the illegal people.
Mm-hmm.
Let me don't get it wrong. I am not against Mexicans or nothing like that. It just it's illegal people here, and a lot of people need to be vetted before they come over there. And they also put a block on certain countries traveling ban, because it's certain countries we've been in war with and all that, with very terrorist type countries, that we be letting them just come fly in and this and that. So I just think there's a lot of places that when they messed up or whatever, we need to let them go ahead and do their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my whole little old rant for the night.
Wonderful.
Yep. So you good? You good?
Say, I'm good.
Okay, I don't know, man, because sometimes people be good and then they not good. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
Okay, what?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Got him! Got him!
He cold. She belongs to the streets.
Bye, Felicia.
Y'all fancy.
That's out there in California. We had to add that little bit in there. You know what I'm saying? They getting it done out there. They handling their business. So of course I'm gonna go back in here and get on this TV and try to figure out what's going on next. But we're gonna get it done. We're gonna it is what it is. So you good? You good?
I'm good.
How they say we up out of here like last year. Don't forget to like and share. It don't cost a thing. And we will see y'all next Tuesday. Good night. I'm glad everybody that was able to spend the little last time with us for a little while and all that good stuff. And we up out of this thing.
Right. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Trip out, big splash, baby, you can see it. Yeah. Woo. Strong. I'm on the way. On the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Strong. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm full on repeat. All right, away. On the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Strong. Gotta get paid.
Good night, y'all. And all that good stuff.
Long repeat, gotta count up and I've been down. Picture going about 100 miles. That road can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always on go, taking me to pin town. PO said slow down, so I come away and I skip town. 16 was on